What role did the Interstate Commerce Clause play in the Civil Rights Act? Imagine a law that could help break down racial barriers in places where people gather and spend money. That's what the Civil Rights Act of 1960 aimed to do. But how did it get the power to do that? The answer lies in a part of the Constitution called the Interstate Commerce Clause. This clause gives Congress the authority to regulate trade and business that crosses state lines. It was a key tool used to fight segregation in public places. Back then, many businesses like hotels, restaurants, and theaters refused service to Black Americans because of their race. States had often failed to stop this discrimination. Congress needed a way to step in and make a change. The Interstate Commerce Clause provided that way. It allowed Congress to say that businesses involved in interstate commerce could not discriminate based on race. For example, the law targeted hotels that served travelers from different states. If a hotel refused service because of race, it was breaking the law because it was part of interstate commerce. The Civil Rights Act of 1960 used this clause to make discrimination in public accommodations illegal. The law said that businesses involved in interstate commerce could not refuse service based on race or color. One famous case was Heart of Atlanta Motel versus United States. The Supreme Court agreed that Congress had the power to regulate the motel because it served out-of-state guests. This decision confirmed that the law was within the limits of the Constitution. This was a big step because it gave the federal government the power to fight racial discrimination where states had not. It helped enforce desegregation in places that many Black Americans relied on for work, travel, and daily life. The use of the Interstate Commerce Clause made it possible for the Civil Rights Act to reach into businesses that affected the economy and interstate travel. In the larger story of the civil rights movement, this legal strategy was important. It allowed Congress to pass laws that helped end segregation and give Black Americans equal access to services and opportunities. The clause gave the federal government a strong way to protect civil rights in places that connected different states. It was a vital part of making sure that racial discrimination could no longer hide behind state borders. This legal approach helped move the country closer to the goal of true equality and fairness for all.